Well, to give a quick summary, for those of you not watching on my YouTube channel, we're continuing from there. We're using the Blue Max mod, and this is the Ludendorff offensive. You can see here we made a fairly big bulge in the line. I almost made it to Boulogne, got into here, ran out of supply, so I've fallen back and trying to get this guy maybe back to supply. I figure we got to take a rail, either a north or south rail, to cut off the Chaculius, to cut off the northern sort of pocket, create a pocket, cut it off. I am also working on surrounding Verdun, and I've overextended myself here as well. But they've come in to deal with it. We still have a couple of things to deal with here, so I'm going to have to fall back there as well. We pushed up here, but this, I believe, is a fort, so they're getting pounded. You can see the morale is down to 1 on, no, not on that one, on that, and that's 40%. So we're having a little bit of a problem here. You see supply is not quite catching up to us, so we're going to maybe fall back a little bit there and push maybe down here a bit. So that's sort of the basic rundown. Now here, I'd love to kill both of those units, but I don't think we can get both down. The English I am actually the most afraid of. Okay. Let's throw some artillery on them. Turned out a little better than I was expecting. Yeah, I just don't think we can get... Well, so I'm going to settle for just taking the one out here fully and effectively. And hello, Mike Bravo 80. How you doing today? Now we're going to move the HQ up a little bit closer to hopefully better supply these units. And they're going to fall back to there. And yes, we can entrench. I think that may be the best entrenchment strategy. Now here, do we want to attack here? We prefer not to let these guys get entrenched. So we're going to go somewhat heavy with the artillery here, all 4 rounds that we had available. Reduce their morale down to 37%. Hit them with that. And then we're going to swap them out. Okay. And the question is do we want to come up here and attack? I don't think so, because if I'm sitting right next to any of the Verdun objective hexes or this fort here, I start losing, they start bombarding me. So yeah, I think we won't do that attack this turn. So they'll have a choice of either trying to entrench, which I'll probably be able to kill them if they do, or reinforce, and I may be able to kill them if they reinforce. So it's sort of lose-lose for them. Up here, do we want to mess with this? No, they attacked here. Okay, let's look at purchasing. We lost a couple of units, so some fairly cheap replacements. That's what happens when you overextend. Well, these are just attachments too, yeah. Okay, There we go. Okay, that's good. Just 5 MPP left, but we'll get plenty next turn. Okay, so we are deep in there. Let's let the AI have its turn, the Entente. For French fortress artillery bombards German. Is that Epinal or MPP? Yeah, I'm very curious to see what's going to happen with some of these units on the front line here. Are they going to be able to keep all of their forces trying to hold open the corridor to Verdun or not? They're trying for that. Certainly have a line of artillery up here. They hit me from my vulnerable side, and again. And there as well. American tanks have shown up. Well, they're bringing the Portuguese back. Portugal had 2 divisions in France at the time of the start of the Ludendorff offensive, I remember reading. Yes, they keep bombarding us there. Yes, we're going to fall back away from that. Okay, the Saxon Reserve Division. We're going to bring this in up here because, well, this is our main Scherplunk. Okay, well, they have definitely made a strong line right along there. That was very smart of them. This is basically my first time. They've just in the last 24 hours, they've released a new patch to the game. Just bug fixes, AI tweaks, that kind of thing. Now, they didn't fill in this spot, which was very common for the British to try to do, which just meant, and they didn't fill in some of these other spots that the AI had been doing, which had just been rinse and repeat kills. Though they did do that here and here. This because its strategic objective may be a higher priority to do that. So that's interesting, very interesting indeed. And on the note, currently this mod, once you click on a unit, insta crashes. Fortunately, Herbert, thank you, Herbert, was able to identify the offending file, and I removed it. And the mod will probably be updated soon to work with the new version. Okay, I'm thinking here. We want to push through here, but good weather. Push down here. Right, okay. We're getting better equipped. Let's hit with this unit. I'm going to take a considerable amount of damage, but move them out of the line. Oh wow, didn't fully take him out. Very expensive, but we got him. Okay, they've shot all their rounds last turn, so I only have 2. I'm going to move that up for next turn. Hey, Grey Knight, how you doing? Okay, so that's good for clearing them out. Moved up that artillery, which makes pushing here a bit harder. Okay, they're still too far back. Okay, well. I'm going to do it that way so I can reinforce them this turn. I think I'm going to turn like that. I know that leaves that to be the open. All right. Hey, Ari. Los Atop. Okay. And Van Bishop. Good to have you here. So we have Verdun not fully surrounded, but well and truly in something of a pocket. That is good news. Okay, we can reinforce. Okay, these have 8 shells. Is that enough to get in there? I don't know. I will think about that. Okay, now they did us a bit of a favor here. Okay. If we just eliminate that. Damn, not entirely. Oh well. With that, okay, there we go. No, undo. You keep holding there. Okay, the tough push here. I think that French unit. Artillery is good. Well, okay, gotta remember to. You're close to cutting off Verdun, yes. Thought about. Here is the best time. Dunkirk World War I edition. Well, that's what I'm trying to get out to either Calais or Boulogne, and cut off the pocket here. That was one of the goals of the Ludendorff offensive. Okay, I think that Belgian division is going to be the target now. It's ground attack. That's what I want. Recon bombers. Yeah. Now, ground attack bombers. What day is it? It's June 21, 1918. Okay, they've been reconned. We only have 2 shells for this gun. Let's see what we can do with this. Bring there. Okay, see, that's much better than it was. Okay. We can move up, we can entrench, rotate the trenches around, and how we found them. These guys also need to change their entrenching. Think to that. Now, here. Let's swap these guys out, and these guys are entrenched, yes. And that should allow us, yes, to hopefully get a reasonable amount of reinforcements up there. Are the French entrenched? No, the French are not entrenched. Are these guys in range? Yes. Do the units you are bombing have pure NATO? So, oh, those are Belgian units, and I don't think the modder ever got around to making the special counters for it. Okay, it's too far away. Damn. Okay, well, since it's too far away, Iron X is the modder of the. At least move you up for future operations. Okay, well. Or there's something peculiar with the Ludendorff DLC, because obviously we have the Portuguese. Maybe like a couple more rounds, maybe. I don't know, September, something like that, for the end of the scenario. But I think we have time to hopefully win. Yeah, maybe we'd have with all that artillery some defensive fire. Very good. Now I don't think we'll maybe get to occupy that hex this turn. Even if I'm not sure I want to with those tanks looming there. Okay, but that does sort of open the way forward next turn. Now I want to get, see, let's check the supply. Okay, they can't, so we're gonna fall you guys back to there, and you're gonna fall back to there. I want to get the HQ to better try to supply deeper in here. Okay, now down here, I want to see if we can push on some of these divisions here. Okay, my goal is to take both the French and the American division out if I can. The French is going to be our first target. No, I know I can take the... Okay, well... Do I use the recon here or not? I think we're going to concentrate on the French division. Okay, now they're going to shift the armor down to there. Okay, the French division went down fairly easy. Very good. Now here, yeah. At least now they've moved, I knew, but not worth it. Yeah, they have 90% morale, 85% morale, so we're going to expend the shells, reduce their morale. Okay, down to a manageable amount. I don't know that it's worth it, but we'll still attack. That was not worth it. Okay, well, we're not going to continue up with that one. That is becoming a bit of a lost leader there. Here. Okay, yeah. Well, you know. We're going to bomb the town. Interceptors. Escorts. Yeah, I know that was just going after the strategic bombing of the city, but that helps. There we go. Probably even a couple of shells were unnecessary. There we go. That worked out actually fairly well. You know what I'm going to do, because that did work out. Oh. Oh, God. Well, I'm going to fall back. Because that really effed up. Yeah, because I didn't reconnaissance it before, and you can do it with aircraft a little better. To see what was there, because I wanted to go in and entrench, but if I'm not going to entrench, not with that detachment, am I going to stay out there on the front? Not like that at all. Okay, well, they had been coming in and filling these other hexes here, but not this time. Well, I'm going to move up a bit like that. Trench. Get in there. Wouldn't mind an Ottoman or African guerrilla campaign for this. Yeah, there is some, you know, T.E. Lawrence going on. With the grand campaign down in Saudi Arabia. Okay, I guess we're going to pound on this. Well, Russian DLC, that could be a good thing. I don't know that this game lends its well set up to a guerrilla warfare type thing that Vorbeck was doing in Tanganyika. Much more strategic, I would say, and not really suited for that. Okay, let's see if we can take this unit out. Defensive artillery, yeah, I knew you were there. We saw you. Yes, thanks so much for following. Many great streamers here. Okay, good, we got that. Now, can they come in and... No, they don't have the movement points in this. Damn. Okay, well, not what I wanted. Not what I wanted at all, but okay, well. I'll probably move another unit in there, but maybe if it won't be entrenched, it'll be easier to kill with one of the... Yeah, but we won't have all that artillery that we used. Okay. Now, down here, as I talked about, we're going to withdraw back a little bit here. First, I want to look at supply. Okay, well. Okay, now that we have our line form, yeah, that looks good for entrenchment. No, right around that way. Never remember which way the arrows I should be putting this stuff. Yeah, that looks good. And oh no, I should have been. Oh well. Now down here, they can move up. We've got 10 shells. Now I'm gonna wait. Wait for next turn. Well, we could fire a couple. We'll get 2 more shells next turn. We'll fire a couple of shells just to try to lower their morale some. For next turn. These units I've moved, or not that one. There we go. Up here, yes. They did not take our bait and attack there. We'll give them another turn to see if they want to attack us. Now let's again look at purchasing. First, research. We're doing a lot of the research that I think or most all the research that we can still do. We are doing. That's full price for the divisions. I guess we'll. go. Well, not a lot of progress, but we are slowly punching our way up through here. I think it might be useful to have the air just a little closer. Just if we're trying to get through deeper in here. A little worried about those British tanks. Yes, calculating supply. Yep, keep moving into the... Okay, the tanks just almost look like they fell into a trap for us. Don't know if we'll be able to push on them hard enough. But maybe with bombing, I don't know. Reducing Lil's supply capability there. We gotta remember to reinforce him. They're doing to me what I was doing to them in other places, just pounding away at them, softening up, but I don't know that they're going to follow through with a proper offensive. If you have a full, with this DLC, if you have a full 10 shells in your artillery unit, it's good to fire off just the two shells, because you're going to get 2 new shells anyways back. But if you're not going to actively advance into the enemy that turn, it's likely a little better to save up your shells to fire them at a time in which you're actually going to advance into the enemy. That's looking dangerous. They're gonna take that unit. Yep, there we go. Damn. Okay, not a big problem, but not good either. See, like they're following up here. They're following up with against some of the shelling. So they weakened us, followed into it, and they weakened us there. Okay, if they can't move any more to attacks there, that's fine. Defensive artillery, good. Help break up their attacks. Now that armor, can it attack? Yeah. That I don't think is going to do much. Yeah. Ouch. But they may not be able to go in and occupy the hex. Harry's a big fan of the Russian Civil War. Likes to fight on the side of the whites, I know. Okay, we lost 2 divisions. Okay, another fresh division here. Let's bring him back in here. Now, a couple of detachments, which I've been desperately needing to do things like working on surrounding and pushing units. We'll put one there. Let's come up here. Yes, okay. And cavalry division, which would have probably been very useful. Probably have enough to get into there, but then might have just got killed, cut off and killed. Fight Russia forever. Okay. Well. Down here we have 10 shells. All right. Let's just start pounding. Reduce their morale to near nothing. Well, not quite what I was hoping for. Then again, my morale isn't all that great either. Well, that severely weakened them without doing much damage to my units. Okay, that worked out okay. Now we can... I want to wait on that. Let's see. Now you entrench. Okay, where do I... Okay, I want it just straight south. I guess. Hopefully they'll get enough supply and support there to survive the onslaught that's going to come. Okay, here. I wasn't expecting that. Sorry, okay, well, I guess because I fully want to take that unit out, we're going to swap these out and you're going to shatter them. But that will allow me to max reinforce out these at least. Now, I've been having great fun with this game, not just this DLC, but with Strategic Command World War I. It's been a lot of fun. Been playing this campaign. Been playing two grand campaigns, both as Germany. One was West Front first, sort of, you know, Schlieffen basically, or best I could do of that. And The other one was East Front first, which I have not invaded Belgium, just sort of held the line versus France and pushed into Russia as highest priority for Germany. The West Front First campaign, which has now been completed, actually I defeated the Russians, keep wanting to say the Soviets, defeated the Russians quickest there, and because of that I'm able to come in and defeat the French fast, and it's over. So I'm going back to the East Front first, which I've also defeated the Russians, but clockwise, date-wise, it's later. Took longer to do that, but I'm pushing more into the Mediterranean now with them. So it's been really fun playing all of the different stuff. Okay, they're not entrenched along here, so we're going to entrench. Now here, well, let's see, we have to 10 shells, so we're going to fire 2 of them just to make sure that, no, they're also going to entrench here. But that leaves us these units to attack. Oh, well, maybe we shouldn't have entrenched because we could have taken that last unit out. Okay, well, live you learn. That's sort of why I was waiting. Okay, well. Oh, well. 2 shells. Recon bomber first. Ooh, that took a big chunk out of them. The aircraft. Now we're going to use this to sort of bomb / reconnaissance, seeing what's going on back there. Nice. That's also because I'm a bit afraid of these tanks. Well, that worked out very well. Yes, entrenchment does exist there, so yeah, let's. Probably not going to be all that useful. It would be nice to save up. Okay, didn't quite go as hoped. That went better than hoped, made up for that. And just hurt us. Well, we've reduced those tanks down. That's nice. Okay, we can keep thinking you're going to be pushing deep into the enemy. Okay, now we're going to be a little tricky here. Come in, swap them out. Yeah, that's a good position, and then max reinforce out those guys. Now we're going to teach them a lesson down here. Ooh, that could be really good. Okay. Well, I think we're going to go after these two. Yeah, I think so. Okay. There we go. Swap them out and they can entrench. Oh, that pin is straight down. Okay, we'll fire 2 rounds here. Okay. Can we move you up? Yes. That's good. So I'd prefer to reinforce these guys. And yes, we'll do that. And okay, well, yeah, I think we can come in here without entrenching. There we go. And of course the tanks can't entrench. Hopefully they'll be able to deal with the counterattacks. Yeah, that was definitely pushing ahead. Pushing ahead. Yeah, enjoy both installments. But I have to say the game core mechanics that do not encourage deep and fast maneuvering better. Yeah, hey IKB, good to have you here. Yeah, I'm enjoying the Strategic Command World War One more than either of the 2 World War II ones. Now I've liked the World War II games. I think they're good. I enjoy them, but I'm particularly liking World War One with this, and like you say, Van Bishop, just the whole mechanics here seem to work better. For World War One than World War Two. Okay, well, if they're not gonna... Okay, there's a big pocket in here. Okay, well... I'm gonna give them another turn, another attempt to see if they fill that pocket there. I'm not gonna go into there, so let's do that, because I don't want to be just doing what I'm hoping they do. That would be good for supplies moving through the north there, but we do have, see, we do have the sort of southern supply route that I'm hoping, or whatever you want to call it, down through here, though. Getting and securing that would be nice. If I can get that hex. Two shells. Okay, we'll save up some shells. With that. Yeah, let's move them up. It won't be close enough for there. But we might get wipers instead and push that way. But the goal is to come out probably through this rail line here to Boulogne and to cut it off there. Because as IKB knows, rail is the way to move supplies. Yeah, well, that would be good. Okay, we have that one division there that is 10 shells, so let's use 2 shells up. 6 versus, we'll take that hit. Oh, damn, they fell back. Okay, well, swap that out and reinforce that. Get them maxed at the front, maxed at the front.